Each week on this video, we'll give you sneaky waiver wire ads you need to pick up and put on your roster. I'm Alan Seslowsky from RotoWire.com, along with Jeff Erickson. Heading into week one of the fantasy baseball season, Jeff, who's going to be your first sneaky ad?
So this is the most important free agent week, especially if you drafted early. There's a lot of things that changed in spring training. I'm going to go Captain Obvious at the top, a guy that is now getting drafted around pick 200, but if you drafted in February, is probably not drafted at all, and that's Clarke Schmidt, starting pitcher for the New York Yankees. He's going to start the second game of the season because they've had so many starting pitcher injuries. A guy whose velocity has improved by about 1.5 miles this spring over last year. Highly touted pitching prospect that initially struggled to find his way. Could be in the rotation all season long. You know, Luis Severino is going to miss a good significant chunk of time. Frankie Montas is going to miss most of the year, if not all of it. Schmidt might earn his spot in that rotation all season long on a good team.
If he's sitting out there on the waiver wire, what percentage of your fab would you put towards making sure that you secure him?
20% of my fab budget.
Who's going to be our second sneaky ad heading into the opening day of fantasy baseball?
So we'll dig a little deeper for this next one here. I'm going to go Will Benson on the Cincinnati Reds. Nick Senzel has been slow to get ready for spring training. He is not going to necessarily even be the full-time starting center fielder, even when he is ready to play. Instead, they've been using him as a bit of a utility player. That leaves the door open, and I think Will Benson has the possibility of walking right through it. The Reds acquired him kind of on the down low from the Guardians over the offseason, and he's got 15-15 potential, 15 stolen bases, 15 home run potential.
What percentage of your fab do you recommend putting on him, even say in like a 15-team league?
So it's funny you asked that because I did have a 15-team league where we had bidding on him, and I thought 4% of my budget was sufficient. It was not. Someone went to 6%, so I'm going to say 6 to 7% now.
All right, give us a third sneaky ad heading into opening day.
Dodgers outfielder James Outman had 4 games last year with them and tore the cover off the ball in those games. He's earned a spot on the opening day roster, and he's going to possibly be on the strong side of a platoon in center field with Chris Taylor, who is setting spring training strikeout records. So I think it's a good opportunity for Outman to not live up to his name, instead be a base hit man instead, and be someone who can get a lot of playing time. More power speed combination. You want to go ahead and get him in the late rounds of your draft if you got last days of draft, or I would spend up to about 7 to 8% of your free agent budget on him.
Since people watch this video to the end, give them one bonus sneaky ad heading into opening day.
Okay, if you're really stuck for speed and you're really desperate to find a stolen base guy, you got aced out on Jose Siri in your draft, like consider Nate Eaton on the Kansas City Royals. He's probably going to win a good chunk of playing time in the outfield, especially at the start of the season with Drew Waters hurt. Elite sprint speed, like number 1 for his position sprint speed last year. Not going to hit for a lot of power. So keep in mind, this is a stolen base only play. But Nate Eaton can just flat out fly, and it looks like he's going to get some playing time to start the season. Kind of stream him. Use him while he's getting the playing time early, and then move on.
If you enjoy videos like this, consider hitting the like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notifications when we put up new video content every week. And right now, you can check out RotoWire's prospect rankings and premium content for free. Just go to RotoWire.com/try. And to see the rest of the videos in this must draft, must avoid series, we've linked them all in the video description below.